Back on turn 36. I've just taken Kemperbad from the Empire. Of course, they are persistent, if nothing else, and are continually raising new armies to fight me.
Lord of the Night.
I've got some vampires to level up, so I should probably get to that. We can start grabbing, well, probably tenacity, just because they're kind of fragile, unfortunately. Unlike Vlad, who has tons of HP and doesn't care. These guys a little bit more so. But anyway. And yeah, 38 defense versus 65. It's a major difference, for sure. I've got a commandment to do in Talabheim. Probably want the growth and the vampiric corruption. I need to get my public order sorted so that I can start going on the offensive against the Empire more. Let's see.
Yes, my
I
sire.
had all three of my vampires go after this dude. And that didn't work out at all.
No.
What's his name? Oh well, helps them level, right? Theon Pritzcock. I've got a little bit of money from taking Kemperbad to play with, so let's see here. I don't really need that, do I? It's kind of meh. Now, I have the choice. I can send Vlad back to try to deal with this rebellion, or I can put my faith in the Ghost Fence and the garrison. I'll have a look at the rebel army. Make a decision there. I mean, I don't want to send Vlad back. I want to keep going. I think if I am aggressive, even though Grunburg is walled,
Bow.
I might be able to launch an attack and sack Grunburg just for the money I need to get my empire going a bit better. If I'm aggressive. I should probably get a defensive building in Kemperbad just to try to bleed the empire if they, or deter them from attacking me further. Voldenhof should really hit level 3 though, because that northern border is fairly pitifully defended. If the dwarves decided to attack me, I'd be effed, so it would be prudent to do something about that.
Absolutely
In the
not.
meantime, I kind of need Isabella just to sit here and keep public order under control. Vampiric corruption is rapidly going up, but at the moment it's still squarely in the danger zone. At least in 2 turns, I've got spread vampiric covens coming, so I'll get my help on the public order front there. In the meantime, not much else to do. 5 more turns of a brutal business, kind of irritating, but whatever. In some ways it benefits me, in some ways it doesn't. Okay, let's hope nothing untoward happens on the next turn, so we can get going with our continuing efforts to crown Vlad Vampire Emperor. Let's see what the Empire will do. Alright, Castellan Engineer moves in there, making any efforts to sack that place much more perilous, no surprise. Sly the Miser does whatever it is he wants. Okay, so that's good. Turn 37. Rebellion here. It actually looks like a fairly nasty one. Karen Wraiths, Black Knights, all that garbage. Which puts me in a somewhat difficult position. Oh, I really should have taxed that last turn. I'm dumb. Oh well. I mean, it's still possible. I might be able to defeat the rebellion. Or do something else clever.
I am invincible.
I've got a few other options. I'm thinking of a bold move that might get me through this.
I refuse such
My
orders.
demolition of various places has got me a bit more money to play with, so that's nice. I don't suppose you guys have any chance of actually succeeding. 14%, no, it's not very good for the money I'm spending.
By all means.
I'll just keep you here with Isabella for now.
Who wishes the red dance macabre?
Danse macabre. I suppose Averheim needs walls. It's a bit of money though. I could try upgrading the rest of my cities that need it to level 2, I suppose. That seems like a good idea. Get me some more income, since I get a decent chunk of income just from building upgrades, and that gets me more growth, more everything. Eventually I'll upgrade Drakenhof, but right now I don't really, yeah. As nice as that would be, it would probably be more prudent to have its hinterland not destroyed.
Vlad von
Okay.
Carstein.
So I've also got my White King to play with.
By Sigma, no!
So there's a few options. What I'm thinking of here is a bold strike. So they are defending
Champion of the dark.
Grunburg with a captain, a bunch of halberds, some swordsmen, handgunners, a mortar, various obnoxious
Sigma
shit. They've
forbids
got some
this.
great swords, and General of the Empire, Empire Captain.
King
But
of darkness.
I've got some decent units here, and I don't think they have much else to play with besides this. If I look at the Empire strength
Who
bar,
calls?
the bar is in my favor now. That suggests to me that this is actually their last army that is still in the field. So, what I'm thinking is, let's see, we'll move Fremont von Voldenhof over here. Let's have a little bit of a spy. I don't see anything else. Maybe I'll move down slightly. No, I don't see it. Well, I could attempt an assault garrison, I suppose. 40%. And if I attack the army, what's the odds of that? 35. Okay. I'll take the slightly better odds. Well, that's not ideal. But it doesn't change my plan.
Will drown.
I might lose Taliban because of this. But if this actually works out, and hear me out, here's my plan. Actually, I'm going to cancel some of that construction I just ordered. The moot. Sorry, my need's
All
greater.
shall know me and tremble.
I have a few pretty sweet units from this battle at Kemperbad that I could raise, that I could use to try to put this in my favor. Like I could grab a Terrorgeist and then disband it next turn so the crippling upkeep isn't going to kill me. I'll definitely do that actually because the breath attacks will be sweet.
Bow before me.
I've probably got a few other things I could do in truth. Hell. Yeah, I'll keep Voldenhof going, but Essen actually I might cancel too. I could just make an all-in effort. If I can seize Grunburg by a stroke of fortune, that'll put the Empire in a pretty rough spot. Then I can obviously loot it and go from there as far as
Yes.
continuing my efforts.
I refuse.
What I might actually even be able to do is sack it, move back, replenish in Kemperbad if I win handily enough. And then
No.
they might move this army under Ibn von Leibwitz in to defend the ruins of Grunburg. I could take it again, loot and occupy it, right? Obviously, holding on to Grunburg is going to be hard without the rest of the hinterland there. And then I would want to wrap up Nuln and Wissenberg just to get them out of my way. And of course, if I went over and nabbed Wissenberg, Nuln Wissenberg, Isabella could easily move in and
What you want?
blow up the Skull Takers. Although they do have a significant garrison here, eh? Oh, it's all savage orcs too.
War boss, innie!
Vlad and Isabella together could do it easy enough, but
I
You guys
will
want-
hear your petition, but make no promises to act on
I
it.
do want peace. Well, that is interesting. But that would also give them the opportunity to recover, and I don't really like it.
Vlad von
Because if I struck like this, I could possibly put myself in a position to win this war fairly outright. Steal away Nuln. Grabbing Wissenland would secure my control of the Southern Empire. So, difficult choices, but I think I'm gonna have to do it. So let's see. I will disband some zombies.
the von
I probably want a Mortis engine in truth, just for all the extra magic that it'll give me. when I pour in. Who else do I want? What would be good for assaulting the city? Probably not the Blood Knights. In truth, they'll have a hard time getting off any decent charges. Do I have any flyers? I don't have. Oh, I guess I have the Terror Geist, but that's not really an ideal thing for grabbing the, nabbing the mortar out of the way. So I could replace the zombies with some Fellbats, I suppose. Actually, do I have Vargeist available? Yeah, I do. I'll grab those instead. Or do I have... No, I don't have the Devils of Schwarzhafen yet. Okay, I'm gonna grab some Vargeists. That's gonna put my income dangerously into the negative for a moment, but that's okay. What else could I get rid of here? And how else could I save money? I don't really want to get rid of this Balefire Brazier, but I might have no choice. Actually, if I'm going to make this kind of attack, a sort of aggressive statement in there, in as bad a situation as I think they are, I won't be needing that garrison building yet. So the Dire Wolves are not of much use here. Certainly of more use would be some Graveguard and Cairn Wraiths. So we'll get rid of the dogs. And we'll add some Graveguard and some... Ooh, I like the Vargal too, but... With all those halberds, I feel like, and the great swords, the Cairn Wraiths might actually end up being more useful, believe it or not. Don't quote me on that one, I'm terribly wrong. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this. We're just gonna have to go all in and see if we can't seize Grunburg through some outrageous fortune. I mean, I do have my vampire characters. They're all quite powerful. With all those halberds in close quarters, I'm actually going to take my vampires and move them off of their barded nightmares. Believe it or not, I think that will be more prudent. It will make them slightly more vulnerable to the great swords, but I'm not as worried about them, in truth. Because if you look at the halberdiers, their bonus versus large is much larger. So it's kind of nasty, in truth. Okay. Let's do this thing.
Shed their blood.
Yeah, roughly even. I mean, I've got some nasty units in there now. I might be able to pull this off, which would be hilarious. All right, let's do it. All right, Ronald is with me. Fancy that. This will be an interesting one for sure. I do get my Vanguard deployment at least, so Vlad and co can move in rapidly. I'll probably want Vlad with the Mortis Engine and Corpse Cart to head straight through the gate, break it open. The rest of the units are going to be more of a distraction, I suppose, than anything. The skeletons, I'm sure, will all get destroyed, and that's okay. Be interesting for sure. Alright, well, let's put Vlad and friends straight up front.
Mortis engine.
Let's get the skeletons positioned to go in and distract the enemy. What'll be important is getting my decent units straight through, I think. The skeletons will be nothing more than a distraction, really, so they all get destroyed. You know, I'm not too worried about it. Okay, let's put them like that. Vlad and friends, what abilities do I have again? Okay, I've got Fireball. I have a God Helm of Discord, that's pretty sweet actually. Do I want the Graveguard to go over the walls? I'll certainly be able to get more contact that way. Sending them in with Vlad might be helpful too. It's difficult to say. Well, we'll see. Because if I don't have enough of a presence on the walls and the skeleton's just going to get destroyed. There is always the possibility that the AI just turns its handgunners on the wall around and just shoots down at me, and I'm like, oh, that's depressing. I guess I'll die. I've seen it happen, believe it or not. So let's see. Let's get these are here. Good. Let's get our elite units here. I might actually send these infantry units in over the walls behind the skeletons, to be honest with you. And I've got some flyers of various varieties. Cool. Okay, okay. Well, what's the worst that could happen, eh? Do or die. Alright, off we go. You can also attack the gates. We've got a fair amount of shooting here, which is going to take its toll on my Vargeist, of course. No surprise there. Where's that mortar? It's probably something I want to go destroy. Yeah, go destroy it. As for the Terrorgeist, well, there's some great swords. I don't like those. Alright, let's breathe on them and see what we can do. That should get 25 kills. Nice. Alright, perfect. Alright. Skeletons are rapidly dying, to no one's great surprise. Let's get some replenishment going on our grave guard. Alright. You help out there, you help out there. Perhaps we'll bring the Cairn Wraiths in with the vampires, because the gate is going down here at least. And the Königstein Stalkers can go up the walls here. Right. As for the ghouls, let's put them in here as well. How's this going? Oh, pretty badly it looks like. Well, go back here, I'll heal you later. Terra, guys, come back and breathe on this garbage, please. How's this coming? Actually, pretty fast. Good. Should have the gate down soon. Let's distract these great swords so we can hit them in the rear as we break the gates. You head back here. Hey, look, we've already got some of the towers under control. Isn't that nice? Alright. Let's take out these great swords. Wipe them out. Maybe you guys can hit them. Let's get a breath into this monstrous mass of garbage. Beauty. Alright. Hit those Outriders too. I don't like them. They're annoying me. Anyone noticed how loud mortis engines are? Because it's true, they are. Alright, seems to be going just fine. Let's helmet Discord. Let's get that fireball in place. Nice. Looks like we've wiped them out already. That's good. What's our power reserve? Oh, low. We should probably be more careful with that. Take those swordsmen out, why don't you? How's this going? Graveguard have the walls? Nice. How's this going? No, wipe them out first.
Bow before me!
Sigmar, apparently. Looks like it went well. Back off and let's have another go at him. Alright, so you guys get down here and let's do a flank. Slash rear, slash something or other. The Graveguard, or handgunners are broken. Alright, let's hit the rest of them. No relenting. Here. Use it on yourself, why don't you? The Outriders are gonna melee the zombies down. That seems reasonable. We still got one more Terrorgeist breath we should be using here. Alright, move into a position you can hit them in the rear and give us some bonuses, why don't you? How about you guys? What are you doing? Get in the fight, please. Shoot another fireball.
We are immortal.
Alright, let's get that breath attack now. Turn about. And come on then. Breathe on them, why don't you? Or don't. That's cool. Here, maybe I'll get you a better angle. Oh, they're already breaking. Never mind. What do I care? Screw it. Here, breathe in these Outriders. They're annoying me. Hey, very nice. After them! Don't let them get away! Looks like we've got control of the walls now. That's awesome. That actually went reasonably well. Broke through in good order. We'll need some targeted healing, I believe. All that garbage is broken, eh? Well, don't let it get after it. Don't let it escape. Who's this idiot? Oh, Lucas Holtz. Broken. Alright then. Terrorgeist. Ooh, they've got a significant number of thingamastuffs over here, do they? Okay, that's fine. I'm sure we can break through. The spear point force of all these vampire characters is quite something. I'm impressed by it, actually. They just get in there and beat face. And rapidly open up holes in lines for you. Stop that! Okay. How you doing? Yeah, get moving. Let's get moving here. We need to secure the city center. Probably better if we do it all as a group, just to all benefit from the various buffs that we have. Alright, you lot, let's move. So we can wipe them out before they rally. How's this going? Good, good. Ah, Rickard Eldridge.
Master of the undead.
Think you can take Vlad? We'll see. Pop your strength pot. Here, Wraiths, kill him too. Everyone get in on this. I don't really like this shooting they have. Not that much I can do about it though. He's still broken. Here, just go after them. They're probably gonna rally and be annoying. Okay. We need to get our Mortis Engine and Corpse Guard in there. And Vampires. Did we kill him yet? I don't remember. Oh yeah, he's super dead. Let's get some zombies in. Probably get our Von Hill's Dance on the Cairn Wraiths. We're typically quite effective with it. Oh yeah, they've got 78 kills out over. Let them go. Cairn Wraiths don't give a damn, do they? Alright. Let's see if we can't force our way through. Got any more fireballs? Oh, you got lots more fireballs. Here we go. Fire! Exploded. Okay. We've got lots more where that came from, don't we? There goes Lucas Holtz. Alright. Who's fighting us here? Let me guess. Their general? Yes, I was right.
Vampire. What? At one.
Will someone go over there and clobber him? Yeah, you'll do.
Von Carstein's march.
Unit has been wiped out. Well, that's not really my concern, is it? I'm vampire counts. What do I care? Go ahead in there and hit them. Ooh, I can get the Cairn Wraiths damage up to 72. Good deal. Are they army losses-ing? They are! Well. That went pretty well. These Graveguard are in trouble, though. I should probably try to heal them. Or at least make them less damaged. If you can't truly call it healing. Regardless. We've won the battle, we've saved the day. Our dream of emperoring over empires as a vampire seems to be alive and well. Yeah, use the last of my mana just to get these Graveguard in better shape. I think would be the prudent thing to do. Since my Winds of Magic are rapidly depleting. Of course, eventually, I'll be able to get Arcane Conduit on all 3 of these vampire characters, and it'll be ridiculously broken and hilarious. You'll see, it'll be great. Yes. Let's go, Graveguard. Yay. That'll do. What more do you want? End the battle. Perfect. Well, everything went better than expected. Look at all the kills the vampires are racking up. That's awesome. But of course, the Mortis Engine's the true hero. Look at all those kills. Jeez. Admittedly, it's not as hilarious as it used to be, where you could keep it out of combat and it could still do that. But yeah, and the Varggeist themselves did pretty well for themselves. Just hunting down the stragglers there. Vlad got quite a lot of kills for just his only attack being beating face and melee. I'll give him that. Yeah, so perfect. Losses weren't too bad. I can probably sack this place for now. Get some of the money I need. And then grab a bunch of loot apparently. What all did I get? Show me. Dreg and the gem I see. In any event, I get to level Vlad up, which is exciting to say, I think. He's pretty survivable right now. I think I want to focus on his ability to kill things. Grab Master Strike, and then I'll probably go into Curse the Revenant just to make use of all his ridiculous healing before I go into Red Fury. I admit I could go into Wind of Death and just be silly, but while it would fit Vlad canonically, he is a level 3 wizard in the tabletop game. He's not a bad caster. I feel it's just funny to make him an unstoppable force of destruction, so I'm going to do that, even if it's maybe not optimal. I level up Zerhilt Leicheberg, who gets Immortal Will finally, which is good. So I can move this army back here and get more replenishment for a turn before I move in and squash them again. The walls will be gone this time. They might move this army in, which would please me greatly. Yeah. Get some more money going. The Mortis Engine Terrorgeists, they cost so much. So much! I love them, but I cannot keep them. The garrison in Nuln isn't that bad, so that's something anyway. I will go to my raised dead pool as needed.
This would break my
in the meantime, I've got a bit of money to play with. How's this coming? Yeah, wraiths and shit, huh? Annoying. Well, Lutzbergmer. Your army upkeep is estimated to increase by 1529. Really? Not quite that much, actually. A bit close. That's okay.
My will alone. I will not. This better be important.
I might be able to just get this guy in here to at least help my garrison enough to beat this army down. Although it looks like it's going to be obnoxious, but that said, we'll see what happens. I'll reuse that next turn, I think. Because I'm highly reluctant to send Vlad's army all the way back to Talabheim solely to crush rebellion when it would mean abandoning what looks like a very promising moment in our campaign against the Empire. Unfortunately, it's going to be difficult to peel away Isabella here. At least I get my walls done. But yeah. I mean, I should be getting more income from sacking coming up, right? Actually, I'm gonna guess and level up instead. So I'm expecting more gold in the immediate future just from Vlad
Vlad von
continuing to
Carstein.
wreak havoc here. Let's see. I suppose I could just upgrade the moon now with the money I got. Why not, right? I'll be fine for next turn. It's totally minus 100.
King of
And then
darkness.
Vlad can just chop up Grunburg again next turn. I might be able to send my White King over in time. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you might be able to get in there and use assault units on the rebel army.
My blood now calls.
Yeah, you never know, it might work. Okie dokie, what now? Guess I can just keep her here. Unfortunately, it sucks, but it might be the prudent thing to do. Rather than risk losing Averheim the same way I lost, or I'm losing Talabheim, although it's not a sure thing. I might hold on to Talabheim. I'll appreciate this additional vampiric corruption though. But anyway, I'm sure the Empire probably still wants to go for peace.
I will hear you
Oh
now.
yes,
Be warned.
they are. They're in quite a bit of trouble, and I have no intention of letting off the gas here. If I play this right, I could end up fulfilling my win condition of wiping out the Empire pretty much right now. If I can just continue defeating their armies, wrap up Wissenland, move back in, take all of the Reichland, and then maybe move Isabella over and have Isabella and Vlad overcome Altdorf's admittedly terrifying garrison. A lot of nasty stuff there, but yeah, you know, it might just work. Okay, ending the turn. Let's see what the Empire does. Fails to assault my garrison. And then Karl Franz, is he going to move into Grunburg like I thought he is? Oh no, he's going to move into Nuln. Smarter plan for sure. That said, it does leave Grunburg wide open, which I will take advantage of. Which brings us to turn 38. Obviously our money's in a somewhat interesting spot, but we have our new Vampiric Covens. So that's going to add 3 Osmosis to Vertbad, which is pretty sweet. And it's also going to add an extra 2 to Averheim. And in Talabheim, we're going to get only 1. Oh well. What can you do? In any event, it also starts up Vampiric Corruption in these provinces, which is pretty cool, even though we're not even there yet. So,
The world will drown in blood.
our money situation being somewhat dire,
Unstoppable.
we need to rapidly get to it and deal with it.
Moron.
I'm kind of
This
curious
better be
what this army actually has, so I'm going to
Kill
attack them.
Raise them.
Schools, zombies, a bunch of Karen Wraiths, Strigoi Ghoul King. Alright, retreat. Of course, one of the main things that Karen Wraiths are paying for in their cost is terror, and that doesn't do anything to me, so I do have a slighted. They're throwing me a bit of a bone there. As for my next tech, well, extra vampire levels is nice, as is plus 10 leadership for lords and heroes. But while those things would be nice, what's really going to see me through here is getting my base units into a more suitable spot. I'll be relying a lot on Graveguard for my garrisons for sure, so it's probably best, although it's 39 turns away, getting that extra weapon strength on my Graveguard will be important. I should probably just dip in and grab Distribute Grave Gift though. Plus 10 armor for skeletons and warriors and spearmen doesn't sound like much, but it's like, you know, about extra 5% HP. Them holding longer gives the rest of my units more time. Same with the zombie tech, it's actually not bad. Better than you might think, for sure. It's just as far as how long it lets them to hold, and I'll still be using zombies, of course. Just as extra armies once my money gets in a bit of a better situation. Anyway, yeah, basic infantry
This action
techs.
does not
I'm
have
all
my
about them.
consent.
Lord
Now,
of the night.
Vlad. Lording over the night is highly important. We're going to lord over the night over in Grunburg,
Blood.
which is going to be an easy auto-resolve. Which will nab me a little bit of money. I can occupy it for now, just to deny it to the Empire. Which levels up Vlad, which means I can get more weapon strength. Tis glorious. In the meantime, anyone using this one? Here, you can have it too. I'll give all my vampiresses rods of flaming death, and we'll just hurl fireballs everywhere. Which is actually very exciting, considering how good Fireball is now. The non-empowered version, since they buffed it in the patch. Okay, Isabella, how are you doing here? So, still not really in a position where you can leave, huh? No, I suppose you wouldn't be, would you? Actually, this might be okay. I'll lose... Well, it'll be at -6 once that's the case. But the corruption will continue to go up even once Isabella's gone. How close can you get here? Crossing the river will be difficult. But... No, I don't want to attack them. Stop that. Okay. I could also send her up here, in truth.
I will alone.
I should free up a lot of money. I just really don't want to lose Talabheim after the time I've invested in it, you know what I mean? Okay, I think that might be what I have to do. So I can switch Foster Terror into Repress Mortals. That leaves... This will end up at -1 next turn, probably about once the military crackdown moves down a turn. Now, what's my corruption going to look like with Isabella gone? That's a rather important question. This place now is a -10. Fuck, okay. Well. Yeah, you can't leave. We'll just end up with another rebellion there. That will put us in a completely useless position. Won't help anyone. Okay, so I'll just have to rely on my garrison, on Lutzbergmara, and Fremont von Waldenhof to save the day. And then Vlad can continue his rampage.
Not likely.
Now, how difficult is it going to be to go take Nuln from them?
By Sigma, no.
He's got some ranks guard and garbage like that. That's all well and good. Not being able to afford the Mortis engine is unfortunate. I might have wanted to save it, but at the same time,
Never.
Of course, I won that last battle fairly handily, right? So, and this army... The defenders here aren't much stronger than the ones we just fought, if at all. And France is still only level 3 because we've denied him experience so hard. Yeah, so it might work out.
Do not take me for a fool.
Reichsguard aren't that great in a city defense situation. It might actually be prudent
does not have my consent.
Just to go over the walls and try to wipe them out there, so the Reichsguard can't even interfere. That does leave us the slight issue of this Hellstorm rocket battery. I'm not sure exactly how much damage it's going to do, but I have a feeling that it might be a lot if the AI actually sets it up the way they could. And that would suck. But what are you gonna do, right?
By Sigma, no.
Of course, there's also the possibility that Franz leaves Nuln, which I don't anticipate. I think he'll just hunker down there. Yeah.
Bow before me.
But just the vampire characters alone might be able to force the day through. I've got a bunch of fireballs and shit. I've got my Helm of Discord. Lots of stuff. It's really nasty. So you never know.
Never.
It seems to me quite possible that I might be able to just, you know, win.
Bow.
Alright, well, I'll have to find out next turn. Not much money to spend, nothing else here. I'm sure the Empire would actually go for peace still, most likely.
I will hear your petition, but
not as
make
much as
no
they would last
promises
time.
to act.
But certainly if I wipe out Nuln, they'll be kind of rocked back on their heels again. Grunburg will revolt, and I don't really care about that. Yeah, let's end the turn and see what happens, shall we? Okay, Empire, your move. What are you gonna do? Well, Theodoric side off? Probably side off. He's going to attack Kemperbad, yeah, go over here and attack the Moot for no good reason. Yeah, okay, whatever, sure. Level yourself up, I guess. Okay, nothing else. Turn 39. A great migration comes to our borders, demanding shelter from larger threats abroad. Do we let them cross into our territory or turn them away? Well, I can't really countenance the public order hit, so I'm just going to turn them off. Get out. I'll keep the women and children together, though. Don't want to break up the families, even I'm not that evil. Sorry, not going to comment on current events. Anyway, let's see. Rank gained. Hannelore Morphin. Yeah, sure, why not? Grow more powerful. Obtain more hit points. You too. Also do that thing. Probably again going to keep them off their horses for this assault.
Absolutely not.
Just because of typically how many halberdiers the Empire deploys.
I thirst.
Alright. I will get you time to head over here.
My bloodline calls.
It's going to be nasty when they come in, but, you know, we might actually be able to hold Graveguard. Maybe not the greatest against Wraiths, but Ghouls for sure. That massive damage, all of it non-piercing against units with 0 armor. Ghouls actually stack up well against Cairn Wraiths, I think. That'll go in my favor. Isabella is hanging out here because Averheim has to be babysat. That's okay, no big deal.
King of
In the meantime,
darkness.
Vlad needs to get in there and continue being an aggressive son of a, you know. Maybe I'll grab the spears instead. The higher defense is probably the hold on a bit better. And I'll grab some zombies, because why not?
What?
Blasted my money. And then we have to send
Do
out
not take me
another
for a
gambit.
fool.
Although Franz is apparently an idiot and didn't take himself out of forced march stance. This might be easier than you might think. Man.
Vlad.
Alright, let's do it.
Carstein.
We'll get in there, we'll chop up Franz, and we will carry on from there. Hopefully this puts the Empire on its knees. And we can roll all the way up to Altdorf. Alright, begin. Okay, Ronald's with me. Another city assault. I do like these, they're cinematic. Considering the enemy's strength in cavalry, it probably behooves me not to actually bust down the gates, but to engage them on the walls fully. So I'll grab my skeleton fodder, move them here,
Your desire? Crush the breathers!
and we'll probably try to move our vampiric characters all in together and rapidly focus and wipe out a unit at a time. I've still got Cairn Wraiths and Graveguard, who will do some heavy lifting in there. And some ghouls as well. Heavy hitters, sort of, as much as undead can be. The zombies will go in and die, which is their primary purpose in life. Or undeath? Yes, undeath. And then hopefully our corpse cart can just sit there and provide buffs to all the vampires and healing, which it should do a fairly adequate job of. Okay, here we go. Let's move them up. Let's get Vlad and Co up there. Let's move our elite infantry up as well so they can go in behind. They don't have any tower upgrades, so it shouldn't be too painful advancing here, in theory. I don't really want to commit my Vargeist until I can destroy their rocket battery. which is already firing at me, actually. Firing on my grave guard with great weapons. It's rather annoying. Oh well. If you want to blow up some skeleton spearmen, I won't, you know, say you can't. Ouch. Vlad, do something about this. Thank you.
I will.
Quaff your power stone. Alright.
For Sylvania.
What's this garbage? You go there. Yes, that's all perfect. Right. Hustle up, you lot. Get those ladders in place. Wraiths over the walls, please. Ghouls over as well. You go there. You're going up there? Perfect. Works for me.
Vlad von Carstein.
Vampire friends, up the walls there, please.
Glorious death.
And then let's throw more Graveguard over. You guys maybe want to do that thing that you were supposed to do? Okay, thank you. Cool, cool. Alright. Anything nasty up here that should be not doing damage?
We will kill them all! Ulrich's wolves charge with us!
Not really, eh? Well, they want to blow up their own swordsmen? That's their business, I suppose. What do I care? Are they sending their halberds through the door against my corpse card? That'd be funny. Oh, shoot. Vargeists. I need you to not die, if that's alright with you. Thank you. There goes Vlad.
Stop them!
Up he goes.
Find me if you dare!
Vampire should rapidly break through here, I would assume. Oh, these fucking handgunners are shooting me on the walls. Cocksuckers. It's okay.
Blood magic!
Whatever. I'm gonna shoot a fireball right down the line and kill a bunch of these idiots.
Your desire?
Yes. Do the thing.
I will not sire these!
Okay.
Victory is mine.
Heal the Vargeist, please. Also, let's get some zombies in play.
It shall be done.
How much damage is this doing to me? More than I'd like. Vargeists are definitely gonna die. That's okay. More of a suicide unit in this case. Don't really want to deal with these Reiksguard here, so let's go in and wipe these guys out. They want to keep shooting my fodder? I say we let them. How's this coming?
Life is a phase.
Corpse guards dying to these stupid. Okay. That's funny, actually. I'm not gonna have much of a way to stop this, am I? Nope.
Vlad von
Other than
Carstein.
using invocation here.
Haste!
The corpse guard's going to make its daring escape.
Haste!
That's quite funny.
Darkness reigns.
Oh, well.
I am busy.
Kill these, please. I'm sure you're quite capable of it.
We are the new order!
Looks like the walls are quite effectively mine here. Good, good. How's this coming? I assume you're going to be dead soon. Oh, the Reiksguard are killing you. That's a bit of a problem. Make your daring escape, maybe? Oh, actually they're in range of an invocation. So they might actually survive this somehow, which is quite amusing. Considering the situation was quite dire, hey? Alright, they've wiped them out, good. Should be able to go focus on this unit now. Of course, we're just gonna get shot to pieces here, unfortunately. It's okay. Let's get these units down this way. We'll probably want to move as a group and try to use the LOS to our advantage, so we don't get wrecked quite as badly. These swordsmen should die soon. How are they? How annoying. I feel like they should. Vargeists, what are you doing? Did I not specifically tell you to disengage? Well, that's kind of the opposite of disengaging, but sure. Alright, they're brooding. Cool.
Of death's wings.
Let's get down there
I need blood.
and start chopping our way through the streets. It's gonna be a bloody one, I'm sure, but so be it, huh?
Now, our time is
Since we have the
now.
gates, we can at least move the corpse cart through. Alright, wipe these halberds. This is why I took you off this mount. Get in there and wreck them, please.
Curse of undeath! The living will join us!
Should be easy enough, in theory.
Blood magic!
Boom. And then blows up on this unit. That's great.
Vampire!
I need you to get down here instead of being up there. Very good. These great swords are a threat to me, so please shoot them with a fireball too.
We are immortal!
I'll probably want to use Vlad's ability on him. Let's get in there, shall we? Yeah. I imagine Carl Franz is going to make an appearance. Some zombies in place just to distract them. Good, good.
As long as we draw breath, they will die.
Vampires, I really need you to get in there and start killing.
Master of the undead.
Vampire!
That you are.
Hungry for blood.
Where are those great swords? More fireballs, please.
We are immortal!
Those poor idiots over there get wasted.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Strength pot. Why not? Let's get through this garbage. Grind them up.
Them. Attack.
More great
We
swords?
are the new
Good.
order.
More fireballs.
Find me if you dare!
I tell you, this fireball rod
Vampire!
is doing insanely well for being a like common item. Helm of Discord's gonna screw him a bit. See,
Die!
melee attack 7, melee defense
No
4.
one can
The poor
stop
idiots.
me.
Grind on through. We still got 32 minutes to do it.
Look on Carstein's marks!
Yes, I rather suppose they have. Irritating artillery will keep shooting me, but I don't really have the flying power to stop it from doing so. But our melee strength is vastly superior, so that should be no big deal.
Lord of the dead.
Hello, Carl Franz. Yes, that's quite a description. Your 38 defense isn't going to do any favors here, though, I tell you. How many times have I killed you now? It's got to be like 4. Might be 3. I don't remember. Anyway. It's going to be one more now.
Von Carstein.
Poor idiot.
All shall bow before me.
Blow those great swords up. Double blow those great swords up.
Blood magic!
Yes, smash them aside. Are you dead yet? Oh,
Blood.
easy enough. Remember when I was talking about the poor
Bow
idiot?
Before me.
There they go. Well,
Vlad von
Vlad just
Carstein.
kicked a dude and he exploded. That seems reasonable.
Bring death.
This all seems to be going reasonably well, although I could use an invocation.
By Van Hell.
Great swords routing, hopefully. Oh hey, I have the gatehouse now. Come along, corpse cart.
It shall be done.
As a spearhead, these guys are just nasty, huh?
Vlad von Carstein.
Alright. A unit with the low model count of the Reichsguard should actually be fairly vulnerable to getting vampired, you'd think, right? The defense is only 34, so they should have no problem crushing them. Not so much for Franz. Yeah, the Reichsguard are going to have a bad day here. They do not match up well in this sort of stand-up fight, especially with no charge bonus. Oh, Although my fodder is continually being ground down, but that's what fodder's for, right? Whatever. Blow him up. Corpse cart, get over here. There we go. Spew that unholy healing everywhere. There goes, what's his name? Gavin von Pupilschicht. Oh hey, swordsman. Vargeists, you can do something, that's pretty cool. Actually, Vargas, kill those crossbows, they're annoying me. There go the Reiksguard. You'd think they would have army losses soon, eh? We've been tearing them apart, although we've also been suffering. I will give them that. Yeah, that will do it. Wow, these guys didn't even get into combat. Well, there goes someone's head. Alright.
Vlad von Carstein.
I will say, it is so much fun having this vampire spearhead that can break through pretty much anything. And it's just going to get more funny as I gain levels. I'm only low level still. Onwards, Garrytons. Give them what for. This skeleton doesn't have a head. It's not causing many problems though. To his credit. And I have that Helm of Discord up? Yeah, I do. Very good. Used all my fireballs, I imagine. Yeah, easy. Do the thing, Vlad. Double do the thing, Vlad. Do these things still have ammo? How much ammo does this frickin' artillery have? Frickin' frack. You know what I mean? Yes, I'm sure you do. Alright. I knew this was going to be a grindy one, and it was. Almost out of ammo, but not quite.
Vampire.
This vampire has 153 kills. That is pretty sweet. Hello, Vargeists. You're about to die, most likely. That's okay, though. And you're at healing cap, so...
Vampire. It shall be. Your time has come.
Vlad von Carstein.
A little bit more grinding and we'll have this one. And also, have Nuln. Although losses have obviously been heavy, but that was always going to be the case. There we go. Army losses. Anything I should use my last heal on? I don't know. Maybe these ghouls. Well, no, the Graveguard are more useful for sure. There you go. Flee! Ulrich's teeth! Retreat! Off they go, except they're all gonna get wiped anyway, because they're defending a city. Yes, they did cost me, but I didn't lose anything important, i.e. vampires. I mean, yes, game, some skeletons were destroyed. But isn't that the point of having skeletons? Like, so someone can get hit for you? I mean, that's why you have a raise dead button, right? Anyway. Levels, gold, loot! Everything is awesome. I could sack, and then come back next turn and occupy. That would take Nuln down a bit, though. Maybe more than I'd like. Yeah, I'll loot and occupy. Then I can move in and take Wissenberg relatively quickly, and go from there. Ooh, I can build the Blood Keep here. This is kind of neat. I think it's one of the new buildings they added. Gives you cool Blood Knight stuff. Lets you recruit vampires. All the neat things. Super duper. What else should I be doing here? Well, probably building a corruption building. Makes some amount of sense. As for you, since it's somewhat important that you hold this place, I'm going to give you some fodder to do it with. In my infinite generosity. That'll put my money situation back to garbage again, but that's okay, as I said, because I'm about to move on. Oh, I see. The Skull Takers. are doing the thing that they do. This action is actually becoming surprisingly nasty.
Start the war!
That's a whole lot of biggins, which are fairly brutal
All
melee
shall
units.
know me and tremble.
Interesting. Of course, I do have a non-aggression pact with them. I'm not required to fight, for sure. And they actually like me a fair bit. Who else are they at war with? Baston, Clan Angren down below. Okay, okay.
Hey, you bloodsuckers!
Hail, bloodsuckers! Yeah. It might behoove me
You are not welcome in my court.
not to start a war with them. In any event, it seems highly likely that Wissenberg will fall to Ogak Legbiter.
I am Vlad.
Well, that still gives me a good position. Assuming I can hold on to Talabheim, and Isabella can finally leave Aberheim soon. Even though she's giving like 17 public order there. It is a thing, unfortunately. I could build this, and I would still have enough money next turn.
Yes.
But what do I have next turn that's coming in income-wise, right? Nothing. It'll be at least 2 turns before I can go grab Helmgart. It's Eilhart. And you can count on the Empire building a new army right away in Altdorf. And generally being in my way.
Drowned in blood.
Of course, as I say, that's why you have a raise dead button. I can easily get the fodder back. That's no big deal. Well, let's see. Public order +1. Is there nothing better? Not really, sadly enough. Still, as the corruption starts to go up, this will rapidly enter my favor. This actually will become quite a loyal province soon enough. Alright. Well. A few things still going here. On the whole, the situation's quite favorable. Altdorf being level 5 is a problem. Its garrison's going to be horror. Like a steam tank, tons of Demigravs, Reichsguard, a million great swords. And if it's garrisoned, it'll be an absolute nightmare to actually grind through. But, that said,
King of Darkness.
I should be in a decent position to force the issue. Especially if I go, you know, grab these 2 places. That should put them in a position where they don't actually have much. How many province lands do they have? They have 4. Okay, so somewhere else they have another one. Where might that be, though? Oh, of course, Wissenberg. So it is just the Reichland now. They've been reduced somewhat.
Speak. I will hear you now. Be warned, my mood is dark.
What I could do is grab these 3, bring Isabella over, and see if I can't end the war in a spectacularly bloody and decisive battle, which will no doubt involve lots of losses. But I should be able to win with all the vampire characters just tearing their way through. And once the Empire's gone, I can do a lot of things. I can start getting Vlad and Isabella their sweet magic items. I can start extending my rule over the rest of the Empire, which is what an Emperor would do if he weren't a pathetic weakling like Karl Franz. And once that's done, I can start looking into my final campaign victory conditions. Let's see if I can't wrap this up. Well, you know, that's looking a bit ahead, but you never know. In any event, I should probably leave this off here. But next turn, no doubt more conquest awaits. I'm sure that there will come a time when we have to have a reckoning with the Skull Takers. And, but yeah. A bit of peace might do us some wonders, right? Start to get all this sorted. The problem, though, with leaving the Empire alive is that they'll rapidly start expanding again. Probably confederate some factions and become a big threat when I've got them on their knees right now. All right, see ya.